Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be an update for my makeup rolling project pan. So this is just my normal rolling project pan that I do for the whole year, and I just pick products in my collection basically that I want to go through. So let's just go ahead and get straight into the update. So the first product we have here is the Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Face Color in the shade Sunkissed. This is just a little mini size. I did buy a set of 3 of these and I'm just kind of trying to go through them right now. I feel like these aren't my favorite. They're nothing extraordinary, and I prefer my cream products not to be in a stick form like this. I prefer them to be in like a pan form. So as you can see, I do just have a tiny little bit of this left. So I have been making some good progress, but these don't have very much product in them to begin with. So I feel like I will be able to finish this within the next couple of months. So I have used this 28 times in total since it's been in this project. And here are my little update lines. So right here at the top, you can see the first line is my intro and then the first update, and that is where we're at now. So I have been making pretty consistent progress with this. So like I said, I think I will be able to finish it within the next couple of months. Now I do have a couple of lip products in this project. So the next product is the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Patina. So this is just a really pretty nude pink shade, and liquid lipsticks take forever to go through, and I can see on the side little holes if I scrape the wand. If I scrape the wand against the side, I can see through the tube. So I feel like there's not a ton of product left in here, but again, you need the tiniest little bit of this, and I actually don't use this on my lips. I use it on my cheeks as a cream blush. So I haven't been using this very much in the past month because I've really been focusing on that Nude Sticks blush, but this I did use 5 times since the last update, and I have used this 14 times in total. So I know this one is going to be kind of like a slow and steady one, so it might be a while before this is done, but I just want to continue to consistently work on it. Even though I know it's going to take me a while, this project is also better for more long-term products that I can finish hopefully by the end of the year. So I'm not necessarily rolling out a ton of products every update, but I do have a couple that I finished, so stay tuned until the end to see those ones. The next product is this Colourpop little lippy tint. This is in the shade Z Boys, and all the writing has completely rubbed off on this, which is kind of ridiculous how cheap. And I feel like Colourpop's packaging, the text always rubs off on the packaging, which is kind of annoying. But I did have another one of these that I went through last year, and I went through that one really quickly. But I feel like this one is a lot more pigmented, so it's taken me a really long time to go through this. As you can see, I don't have too much product left, but I have used this 70 times since it has been in this project. So I've been using it consistently multiple times a day, pretty much just as a lip balm. And I feel like it's still taking me a while to get through this just because it is so pigmented, so I really don't need that much. But here are my progress lines for that one. So again, I have been making pretty consistent progress here, and I'm pretty sure it'll be finished either by the next update, or if not, very close to finished by the next update. So I definitely will have this done within the next few months. The next product is a highlighter from Becca. This is in the shade Vanilla Quartz, and this one is kind of a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I forgot how hard pressed Becca's highlights are, so I'm not really even making a dent in this. I will insert the photos so you can see the progress, but I have used this 32 times. And I've pretty much been using this every day just as my everyday highlight because it's the only one I have in a project right now. And you can tell it's been used and there is some texture on it. I also did have to repress this a while ago because it did completely fall out of the pan, and I was able to save most of it. So yeah, I did have to repress it so it's not completely flat. So I feel like that may also be why I'm not making as quick progress, because I feel like the center of it may be like a little domed because it's not repressed completely flat. So I feel like I am starting to make a little bit of progress on this, but this one is definitely a very slow one. So I'm hoping just to have pan on this by the end of the year. It would be great if I could do that before the end of the year, but I'm really not sure how long this one is going to take. The next product is a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This one is in the shade Birthday Cake, and this year I'm trying to go through my Super Shock shadows and just hit pan on them and get some more use out of them before they completely dry up. But this one, you can see, has a little bit of a dent in it, and you can almost see the pan indentation in there. But I feel like Super Shocks take so long to hit pan on. I have used this 10 times since I rolled in last update. So I feel like we're slowly getting there, but I'm really not sure how long it will actually take me to hit pan on this, because I just use my finger when I do use this, and obviously I'm not digging into the pan because this product is that creamy texture, so you can kind of move it around, but I'm not going to dig into the pan just to hit pan. I actually want to use it to hit pan, and I really only need the tiniest amount of this when I do use it, so I feel like it's going to take me a really long time to actually hit pan, but I guess we'll just see. And this is one of my Super Shocks that is not completely dried out yet. It's actually still pretty creamy and still has that putty-like texture, so I'm really happy that this one is not dried out yet, and I really want to get a lot of use out of it before it does dry out. The next product is another eyeshadow. It's this single shadow right here, and this is the shade Grandstand from Makeup Geek. As you can see, I just have a little sliver left, and I actually didn't finish up this whole eyeshadow. I did drop it, and half of it shattered, so I did lose most of it, but I just want to use up the little bit that I have, and then I will have an empty pan, and I kind of want to try to like franken a shadow into here, so that'll be fun to play around with after I finish the shadow. But it is going a lot slower than I thought it would, and I almost want to repress it, but I don't have alcohol, and I don't feel like buying alcohol just to repress this, so I feel like repressing it probably won't even help either, because I do dip into this with a pretty small brush, so it's not too difficult to use and to apply. I am definitely using it pretty consistently. I have used it 10 times since the last update, so if I continue just consistently using this, I think I can finish it within the next few months. The next product that I actually did completely finish is the Touch in Sol Glassy Skin Balm. So this is just like a hydrating primer, and I did really enjoy this. It took me 35 uses to completely use this up, but it was probably less than half empty when I rolled it in, so I did really enjoy this product. I probably wouldn't repurchase it just because I feel like there's cheaper hydrating products on the market that are just as good as this, and I believe this is a little bit pricey, so I did enjoy using it. I got it from BoxyCharm, but I probably wouldn't repurchase it. Another product that I am now considering to be finished is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and I was originally going to roll this out the last update, but there was a tiny bit of it left. I didn't like using it as an actual concealer just because it was getting really dried out and just kind of looked not great on my skin, so I did use this to sort of clean up my eyeshadow afterwards and make it a little bit more crisp. So that is what I did today, and I used this 5 times since the last update, so it only took me 18 uses to completely use the rest of this up, and there is still like a tiny bit of product in here that I could probably get out, but it's super dried out and there's really not that much left. Like, I can scrape some of this off the wand maybe to clean up my eyeshadow another time or two, but I really am just gonna consider this done because I don't enjoy using it, and it is basically pretty much empty. And I wasn't able to take the stopper out. I did try to, but it was just too difficult, so I mean, this concealer is pretty cheap, so I think I definitely got my money's worth out of this, and I finished this a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. I thought there was a lot more product left in here, but I'm happy to have another concealer out of my collection. Now for the 2 products that I am going to be rolling in. This was sort of not difficult, but it was hard because I didn't really bring many makeup products with me to school, so I didn't have much to choose from. But one product that I knew I wanted to roll into this project at some point is this Rimmel London lip liner, because first of all, this is not cruelty free, and I also just want to try to go through a few of my lip liners. This is in the shade Spice, and I did finish up a lip liner last year, and it took me almost the whole year, so I feel like this is going to take a really long time. I may set a goal to use it like 100 times, and if it's not finished by then I may end up rolling it out. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up completely finishing this, but I just want to make some really good progress on it. And then the other product that I'm going to be rolling in is actually a brow pencil. Usually I don't pan brow pencils just because they're something I use consistently, so I'm kind of going through them anyways, but I do have 2 brow pencils left in my collection, and I just really want to focus on this one because it's not my favorite and I just want to get it out of my collection. It's the It Cosmetics Brow Power. This did come in a BoxyCharm probably like 3 years ago, and this is like a never-ending brow pencil. I really don't have that much left, so I just want to try to finish it up, but even this little amount will take me so long, and I find that this is sort of dark for my eyebrows. It is what I have in my eyebrows today along with a brow gel, but I find that it's just a couple shades darker than I would like it to be, and it is super creamy, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I tend to like my brow pencils a little bit more waxy, so this isn't my favorite brow pencil. It's also like an oval shape, and I prefer a really skinny brow pencil, so it does work for my brows, but it's just not my favorite, so I really want to get this out of my collection. So this is the brow pencil that I'm going to be focusing on until it is finished up. Hopefully I can have it finished within the next couple of months. But that is it for this makeup rolling project pan update. Make sure you go and check out all my other project pans. I am doing about 3 or 4, and I have a ton of project panning content on my channel, so if you're interested in that, definitely go check it out. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I do post new videos about 3 times a week, so if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.